Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if this is real or not. This just too much stuff is going on. You guys, way too much stuff is going on. I can't even report fast enough. I don't know if this is true or not, you guys. And usually I wait to post things until I can get some type of confirmation about it before I start talking about it. But there is a rumor out in the streets on Twitter, and I don't know if this is true. People on Twitter are saying Kevin Samuels has passed away at 56 due to a heart attack. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. But if this is true, I am extremely shocked because I just did a video about him last week talking about how this man has spewed so much evil out in the world. He has completely bashed and tore down the self-esteem and the values of women as they age and as they have children. He has completely devalued and tore down the self-esteem of men. He has completely shattered the image and the view of the Black community. And I know there are some concerns with our Black community, but this man has completely just tore down women. And I also talked about him yesterday when I discussed Chesley. So I don't know if this is true, you guys, but people are saying he passed away today. If you guys are in the chat, is it a hoax, you guys? Robert, is this true? People on Twitter are saying that he passed away today at 56 because of a heart condition. Get in here, guys. I need you guys to tell me if this is true or not. But here's the article. I don't know if this is true. Normally, I wait for stuff like this, but I need to talk to you guys about this because I need you guys to tell me if this is real or not. So reports are swirling on Twitter that controversial media figure and relationships guru Kevin Samuels has passed away. Is this true? And as it stands, this is largely speculative, and most are scrambling for an official source. Is this true? Julian? Samuel? They said 56. You guys are saying he's 53? Let's just finish this article and we'll look at his age. But they're saying Samuel's 56 garnered massive fame due to his biting comments regarding how women should date, using terms that suggest these women should aspire to dare outside their league. They should not aspire to date outside their league. Basically, they should lower their standards and just take whatever scraps and pieces they can get if they're at a certain age or if they have kids. To be fair, Samuel shares similar critique and harsh barbs towards men, but those moments haven't gained the traction as the former. We've gathered reactions from Twitter and we'll update this post when details emerge. So let's see some of the things that are going on in Twitter. People are spreading rumors on Twitter. Let's just take a look at those rumors. You guys can let me know if you guys have found something else, but I just need to talk to you guys about this because the reason why I'm shocked is because I just did a video on him last week and I just talked about him yesterday about how he has contributed to a massive amount of destruction of the values and the self-esteem of many women in this country and in this world, especially Black women, as well as I believe, his type of perspective of how aging can cause a devalue in women, and as women obtain careers, they lose their value. That could cause women to go into a state of depression. They can go into a state of mental health crisis, and it could lead to people self-concluding. It could. The things that he says, because what it's doing is brainwashing 1.42 now. He has 1.42 million followers. It's brainwashing these women and men to now feel that they are less worthy of love, less worthy of having standards, less worthy of feeling like they will be able to achieve having that family one day. And it also causes women to feel like they shouldn't pursue goals and careers in life because they lose their value. And I just talked about him yesterday. And so I just had to come back and talk to you guys because I'm like, if this is true that he passed away the next day, I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on in the spirit world right now? I just feel like this is something right if this is true. What is going on? Like, I just did like 2 videos today. I'm on the third one because too much is going on. But let's look at what people are saying on Twitter. This person says, her name is Shanice. She says, Kevin Samuels called women over 35 leftovers. And in less than a week, his ASS becomes a bag of bones. Which priestess is responsible? I'm tipping today. So that's pretty cold what she said, but you know, it's the reality. He's hurt and caused a lot of trauma to people. We shouldn't celebrate the demise of someone, but he has caused a lot of trauma to people. And he's tore down so many women on his lives. But here's another something someone else is saying on Twitter. They say Kevin Samuels made a career off of bashing women and upholding an oppressive gender standards, and y'all want us to take the high road when we find out he passed away. This is, you know what this is reminding me of, you guys? This is reminding me of Christian Obumseli. Remember Christian Obumseli? We talked about him a couple weeks ago, where he went on Twitter and he was bashing black women, and you know, the whole black women community said it's not our fight. This is sounding very similar. It seems like a lot of the people on here are not really sensitive to if this is in fact true. They said a white supremacist will die everybody, and everybody celebrates. A misogynistic man like Kevin Samuels dies, and black women can't be happy about it. LOLGTFO. I just don't think we should be happy about anyone passing away. I know that he said some things that I did not like, and I do not support him in any way. But when it comes to someone losing their life, I personally cannot celebrate that. That's just in my heart. I can't do it. I feel very sad if this is true. I just had to come on here because I just spoke about this guy and how he has wreaked so much havoc on black women's self-esteem, even men as well, both sides, both genders. This man has completely tore down the black community and the values. And that is why we see, we already see so much divorce and divided, broken families in the black community. And this man just further contributed to the broken home culture in the black community, because basically he is encouraging this kind of polygamy type culture when you age, that you no longer should look forward to marriage or exclusivity or, you know, having a family, which is all fake lies. Because I know so many women out there who have kids, who have careers, who did get married at older ages, and they're happily married with their guys. And there's men who will accept your kids. There are men. You just have to find the right person for you. But this man has been brainwashing people. But even then, if this is true, you guys, if he did pass away from a heart attack, I don't think it's just sad. And another thing too, this brings up something. A lot of our black men and black women are dying prematurely from heart disease and cancer. That's an epidemic. We need to educate the black community about 6 key principles to help prevent heart disease and cancer in the black community. And I have studied these 6 key principles. I've actually authored my first ebook, which I disseminate for free. So if you guys want me to start teaching on the book that I have wrote to help educate you guys about these 6 key principles about healthy living, to really address this epidemic in the community, in the black community. Black men are dying within their 50s or 60s. So if he did pass away, this is within the line of the statistics that we see because of the eating choices, the not exercising, the alcohol, you know, tobacco consumptions, the daily stressors, not maintaining mental health, because that can lead to heart disease and heart problems when you're having a lot of stress and depression and stuff like that. And then the other final factor is early screening. So I probably will start doing a series on my book, and I will be giving access to anyone who wants it for free. I haven't charged on it because I just want to get the information out, because I've learned it for myself. But if he has passed away, that's another problem we see in the black community, is too many black men dying prematurely from heart disease, heart attacks, a lot of those happening, or some type of cancer or colon cancer, it seems. Here's another reaction. Someone says, the funniest thing about the Kevin Samuels thing in general is he will be at peace and y'all's life still gonna be a hot ASS mess. You're gonna make jokes and still be unchosen. He wins again. No. It's still sad. Like, I hope this isn't true though. I don't want anybody to die. Oh man, F boy Twitter on their way to Kevin Samuels' funeral. Is this true? Because it seems like most of these people are actually posting, like they're actually saying things. So I mean, it seems like it's might be true. They said Kevin Samuels told broke men and mediocre faced women to shoot in their range, and only one group wants him dead because of it. LMFAO. Another person says, you are a sick person if you're celebrating Kevin Samuels' death. That's exactly how I feel. I just don't feel you should celebrate death at all. Even if a person's mean, I just don't feel you should rejoice in someone's final. And you know, I talk a lot about death on this channel. So, I mean, that's one thing I don't think we should celebrate. I think if anything, we should use or learn from individuals' lives so that we can help prolong the life of others. Because my goal is to see people live long, happy lives on this earth, and to live the most abundant, maximum level life, emotionally happy and physically happy. That's what I want to see. That's why I go over these stories, not really to celebrate someone's death, but to use them as learning tools so that we can prolong the life, a quality, good life in all the people that watch the channel. But here's another reaction from someone. They said, I don't believe Kevin Samuels is dead, for the record, but me not feeling bad if he is doesn't mean I'm celebrating it. He went out of his way to be cruel. We are not required to mourn virtues he didn't show, and asking Black women of all people to show tact is audacious. You know what I think? I think there's people out there who really don't like Kevin Samuels and they don't like what he's spewing. It could be a false rumor because people are trying to use it as a way to retaliate against him. They could, could be somebody that doesn't like him who made this rumor so that, I guess to retaliate against Kevin Samuels, because he has garnered, not only has he garnered a lot of fans, but he has garnered a lot of people who do not like him. There's actually a person on YouTube, you guys, that has a channel solely devoted to bashing Kevin Samuels. I couldn't believe it. This man, he created an entire YouTube channel, and it's entitled, I guess, like something about, I don't know, something like bash Kevin Samuels, something like that. I don't know the actual title, but it's something like the title has Kevin Samuels' name in it. And the whole channel, he just totally bashes Kevin Samuels and finds, bad things about him. So I don't know if this is someone who didn't like him, an enemy who's made this lie up about him, or if this is true. But I wanted to hear what you guys have to say. Do you guys think this is true? Robert, you said I have no idea. I just watched his show last night. Oh no, Robert, are you a follower? Robert, you better not be a follower. You supposed to be my buddy. You shouldn't be listening to him. You said I know he's a cancer survivor. Oh, I heard that was a lie, Robert. I don't know about heart issues. I heard that was a lie, Robert. There's a guy I told you on here on YouTube that studies him, and he said that basically Kevin made up a lie that he had cancer and he had other health problems to try to say that's why he dropped out of school, but it was all made up. So I don't know. There's people that actually study. They spend their whole time, their whole day, their whole employment studying this guy, and they have found all these discrepancies. So who knows if it was real or not. Okay, Robert said he doesn't believe it. Who is Kevin Samuels? I have not heard of him. Sandra, don't even try to pollute yourself with him. I wouldn't even worry about learning about him if you don't. Please don't. It will really mess with your mind. It will, if you, I mean, you're probably a strong-minded woman, but if you're not, it can really hurt your feelings, the things that he says, which isn't true. And it has poisoned a lot of men and their perceptions, the stuff he spews on his channel. So I wouldn't even, if you don't know about him, don't worry about it. If you guys do, I just wanted to talk to you guys to hear what you think, if this is true, that he's actually, is this a real rumor? No, I just want to hear your perspective. This person says, I don't know why people having the opinion. If you glad Kevin Samuels might be passed away, then you're weird. Everything I saw about that man was him being misogynistic, fat phobic, and anti-Black, and he just constantly perpetrated harmful rhetoric bigotry to incels who cares either way. And this is a man speaking. This is a man. So he's hurt so many people, but yet a lot of people follow him. Someone said, George Zimmerman on tour signing autographs, and Kevin Samuels, one y'all want dead. These people are pretty ruthless. I mean, are these real people saying these things? They're saying George Zimmerman is on tour signing autographs, and Kevin Samuel is the one you guys want dead? I get what he's saying, but still, I don't want anyone dead, period. I'm just saying. They said, letting a NIGGA like Kevin Samuels get under your skin so much that you're throwing a parade on the TL over a rumor of his death is insane. I mean, a lot of people sometimes do these hoax and they always make up these fake rumors that people have passed away. Um, but this one seems a little bit more extended than the normal jokes. I'll see like stuff on YouTube. I don't know if you guys see that on YouTube where people will post, John Travolta passed away or some random lie, and then you'll find out it's fake. But I've never seen actual people devoted to posting Twitter posts. So that kind of makes me feel, I don't know if it's true or not. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I need to hear it in the chat. Anybody let me know. Anybody found any information that if he's real or not? So the last thing that he has said, I do hope it's a hoax. I don't want anyone to die. It's sad. But let me just tell you guys some of the background why I'm just, this guy's atrocious. One of the last things he said last week, which kind of had me so appalled, is he basically says, he says that women who are 35 and over and unmarried are considered leftovers. Okay, that's what he says. If you're over 35, you're considered a leftover. You don't matter. And you wonder why people like Chesley and other people, have, feel that they don't matter in this world, because you got men out there telling the world that you don't matter if you're a certain age. So this is what he says. Another reason why we wish people like Kevin Samuels would just go away. Platforms like Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram have many benefits, but in the same breath, it also amplifies the voices of those who project just very bad things. Case in point, Kevin Samuels is a self-proclaimed image consultant, and he is a so-called dating expert, which he has no credentials. This is the problem with individuals on social media. We put way too much emphasis on people because they have a platform, because people decide to randomly exalt someone by following and subscribing to them. We put this weight of credibility that they have not earned. Just because this man has subscribers does not mean he has credentials to teach you about dating. This man has absolutely no background, no experience, and he does not have a degree. He claimed to have an engineering degree, but there is evidence out there that he only finished up to the very last semester and actually didn't graduate. You guys can look that up. Public record, he didn't really graduate. He's been lying about a lot of things. But even if he did have an engineering degree, that doesn't give him credentials to speak about dating. How are you a dating expert? I'm an attorney. And when we are in court and when we have to qualify an expert to testify on a certain subject matter, we have to set the foundation. We have to provide the specific educational credentials, the long, lengthy prior experience they had in that certain expertise. How many times have they testified as an expert? They have to go, what kind of journals have they written? All kinds, what kind of things have they published all these kind of credentials, okay? This man would never qualify, even in the court of law, as a dating expert, period. He has no education. He has he has not written any publications or written any books. And even if he did write a book, where does the foundation come from? This man has been divorced 2 times in his life. He has no stable marriage. He alleges that he's dating multiple people. He has no actual foundation married. So what he wants to do is he wants to educate people to not get married, to sleep around and engage in polygamy. And that is why we see a high rate of STDs in the African American community, because of individuals like this who says it's okay for men to have multiple women if a woman that you're dating is a certain age or has children. That is why we see broken families, single parent households, and we are seeing a lot of unmarried, people in the Black community, because people like Kevin Samuels have brainwashed the Black community to not value polygamy. To not value monogamous relationships. Sorry, I said polygamy. To not value, look at me speaking right now, guys. Sorry. To not value monogamous relationships, exclusivity, the family structure. He has broken and dismantled that perception. So, and he doesn't have any credentials. Nothing that he is saying is going to make your life better. It is just going to devalue you. Okay. So the latest nonsense to come out of his mouth focused on women 35 and unmarried, whom he feels are leftovers. In the clip featuring Samuel spewing that hot garbage take, he said, if you have made it to 35, if you have made it to 35, wow, if you've made it, if you even survived, was he saying, and you're unmarried, you are a leftover woman. Did y'all hear that? You're a leftover woman, Samuel said. You are what is left. He's sick. This comes from his sick, deprived mindset. This isn't any, there's no credibility in this. Men know that there is likely something wrong with you. Did you hear that? Oh, I can't. Men know that there's something likely wrong with you. Wow. Whether you want to hear it or not. There is nothing wrong with you because you're 35. Maybe because you were working on your credentials in your career and you just happened to not come across the right person. There's many women that I know who are in their 40s or later and they just met their spouse later in life. That's just what it is. I know a lot of women who married later in their life and, you know, they made that choice. You can make a choice. You shouldn't have to feel the pressure to get married. And that's why we see so many divorces, because people think they have to hurry up and get married at a certain age. And then they end up marrying the wrong person. And then now they're in a divorce. And then now, according to what Samuel says, at that time, they will have already had kids and that marriage is broken. And now they're even more devalued if we go with what Kevin Samuels is saying. Okay. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to go there with you. That's what he said. I'm telling you the truth. No, you're not. You're lying. You're Satan in a suit. That's what you are. You are Satan, serpent, and lie. That you don't want to hear. No, it's not a truth. It's a lie. He said, men, though there is likely something wrong with you and that you cannot be adjustable 6 or higher. Something is wrong with you. Did you guys hear this? This has got to be appalling and sickening. That's where men automatically come with it. And here's the thing. When you were between the ages of 22 and 25, you didn't want to settle. You were trying to get the CEO, the pilot, the investor, banker. You were trying to be flued out. No, there's a lot of women who want to get careers. He knows that. He knows a lot of women, especially Black women. You know, a lot of Black women do try to go and get their careers and their credentials because they know, you know, sometimes you can't depend on a man. We're in a new generation now. We're not in the back of the generation where the man, you know, goes out and works and the woman stays home. She cooks and cleans and takes care of kids. You can't live off one income in this world, in this country. You really can't, unless you're really a millionaire. Your husband's making a significant amount of money. If he's not, you know, a top tier financial contributor, you've got to have 2 incomes in this new generation, this new way of life. So he's still living way back in the times when the men would, you know, solely provide for the house and the woman didn't have to worry about going to school prior to, well, he going way back. and that's not how society is now. This man has a deprived, very sick mindset. So I just wanted you guys to hear that. Oh, he really did pass? Are you serious? Class assignment? I mean, I don't like the stuff that he says, and I don't think the stuff that he contributes to the social media is a good thing, but I think it's sad that he died. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to finish this now. This is sad. Have earned him well deserved. Okay, so I'm just going to finish the article and then we're just going to say a little prayer for him, but still I don't like the things that he says. I don't support the things that he says, but oh, I pray he rests in peace. Yeah, exactly. He knew. Okay, I love what you just said. In Coco, he said he knew what his audience wanted, and he just said it. He basically. Exactly what he said. He said 1 in 4 Black women will marry in their lifetime. No, women will get married. They'll get married. It's just sometimes it's hard to find the right selections in their community. So they may have to, unfortunately, you know, keep looking for the right person. You know, sometimes it may take them some time. It may take them some time to find the right person, but that doesn't mean they're not going to get married. And again, that's his flawed, deprived mindset. Where is he getting those numbers from, though? He's making those numbers up, Robert. Where is he actually getting it? Is he getting it from studies? Does he have any accredited resources that he's giving you? He's making this stuff outside of his head. It's not actual credited stuff. it is harder for Black women to find a husband, because in the Black community, it's just like I said, it's kind of a broken type culture. So a lot of friends that I know that are Black women who are married and then they are have careers, they do date outside of their race. That's what I've seen. That's what I've known to see. So I mean, it may be some truth that they may have to, date outside their race if that what it takes. But whatever it takes to find the right person for them, you know. Of course, his comments have earned a well-deserved dragging on Twitter, from women calling his latest hotcake cap. Kevin Samuels built a career by catering to a group of folks who share his dislike for Black women. Exactly. Kevin Samuels has built a career, so he says things because he knows that's what people want to hear. A lot of the stuff he says is not really truth. Some people go online, they go on YouTube, they do some really sick stuff online. There was this YouTuber guy who used to physically harm his girlfriend just to get views on YouTube. People will do sick things like this, immoral things, and they'll say immoral things because they know that's what you want to hear. If you support stuff like this, it endorses them and it encourages them and it inflames them, and they just keep doing it because they know he's getting all these followers. So why stop? People support it. He says, seriously, please stop hate sharing his clips, sharing his content, even when you're trashing him, still translate into clicks, which support and helping him monetize his brand. That's what someone said on Twitter. They said, is Kevin Samuel trying to be king of the Black incels or what? I just listened to that clip that's going around, and woo, the anger and dislike for Black women comes around so clearly. Word in Black's managing director, Liz Dwyer, on Twitter. They said men like Kevin Samuels are an absolute nuisance and don't deserve their large platforms, mainly if they use their attack Black women blatantly. It says you can peep more reactions to Samuel's stupid comments in the gallery below. Oops. Yeah, so that's what they said. I didn't say it, guys. I didn't say it. They said it. They said Kevin Samuels looks, dresses, and sounds so vastly different from the type of man I'm interested in that there's almost nothing he could say that would make me care. So he's just hurt. This man has hurt so many people and bashed and tore down the self-esteem and the image of Black women. He's done nothing to empower people. He's just tore down people with his platform. I personally don't support any of the things he said, but if this rumor is true that he's passed away, I do pray in Jesus' name that he rests in peace. I really feel sad that he died, though. I don't think anybody deserves to die. This is so sad. All right, guys, just pray for his family, pray for his friends. Let me know what you guys think, if you think it's real or not. Okay, let's see. They said they're saying it on the other YouTube channels from close friends. I didn't agree with everything he said, but there were some truths that I took the truths that worked for me. I disregarded what didn't. What truths are you saying, class assignment? There was no truth to what he said. I'm sorry. That is some flawed thoughts that he said, but okay, I'll if you want to believe him, I'm going to pray for you, class assignment. I'm going to pray for you. He said women that are attractive, single, and over 35, men will think there's something wrong with you. I know that's what he said, Robert. That's sick. If a man thinks something wrong with somebody because they're 35, then they are just dumb and they're going to miss out on a good woman. Because maybe that woman was working hard on her career. Maybe she just didn't meet the right person. Sometimes, the right person may not have come along. There's so many different factors that happen in people's lives. They may have dated many people and they just didn't find the right match. And I think it's probably good to take your time until you meet the right person, because we see a lot of people marrying young and they get divorced. So age doesn't matter. There's people that get married 18, 19, 20 in their early 20s and now they're divorced. And then now they're 35. Is that person a bad person? No, they just married the wrong person when they were younger. And, now they need to find the right person now. So I'm saying, I mean, it's class assignment. I'm worried about you that you believe this guy. We need to have a meeting, class assignment. Your class assignment is to really rethink the things that you believe, class assignment. No, I'm just messing with you, okay? I'm just teasing you, class assignment. But guys, just please pray for Kevin Samuel's family. I just feel sad right now because I don't like the things that he says, but this is heartbreaking that he died and too soon. And it's interesting, the timing. I really feel there's something spiritual about this, because I'm like, the timing of it, the things that he said last week, and then all of a sudden he has a live, and then all of a sudden next day he's dead. I don't know. Something not right. I don't know, guys. This don't feel right. How does he have a heart attack? Shortly thereafter, he says this really horrible thing about, I don't know. It just sounds real, just, I don't know. Pray, guys. Just please pray. It's really sad. All right. Take care, guys.